Hello everyone, I'm Keen47, aka Wolfkeen, and welcome to another edition of My Little Pony Vlogs. Today, I'm talking about Green Isn't Your Color, written by Megan McCarthy. That pretty much sums up the episode, just me being silent, because honestly, I don't know how to talk about this episode. This is one episode I really don't know how to talk about in many situations. Let's get into it. The episode starts with Rarity and Fluttershy basically heading to a spa treatment for the day because apparently they do this weekly. They go to the spa together. That's interesting because this plays into the effect that Rarity and Fluttershy have a few things in common. Like, you notice that some of the main six have a few things in common with each other and are normally with each other in more ways than one. One of the more known combos is Rainbow Dash and Applejack. Another well-known combo, which is Rarity and Fluttershy. And the final well-known combo is usually Twilight and Pinkie Pie. Now, I know a lot of people will wonder, why are these combos the way they are? Well, they kind of complement each other in many ways. So, I can understand this, like, you know, these combos happening in different situations. And honestly, out of all the combos, like I said, Applejack and Rainbow Dash are my favorite because of the competitive nature. But I digress. Back to the episode. So they begin talking about, Rarity begins talking to Fluttershy about this very special pony known as Photo Finish, who's basically someone who does photography for models and stuff like that. So she wants to do photos of Rarity's work and stuff like that, but she needs a model to help her out. So she begins asking Fluttershy and actually ends up going to the point of begging her to help. So Fluttershy does indeed decide to help Rarity out in this, in this situation. And pretty much Rarity's being very short with everyone. But then again, I would be too, because think about it. Someone very important is coming to your boutique. Their seal of approval will mean big things for your boutique. Yeah, I'd be pretty short too. So what happens is that Photo Finish begins coming in, and then we get her speech pattern. Honestly, what else is new? She speaks in the third person, and you already know my thing about Trixie. So yeah, I love Photo Finish. Her design is insanely interesting. I don't know why. I don't know. Like, I've never pictured a pony having an outfit and glasses like that and speaking in the third person like she does. And, it works for her. It works for her. And the funny thing is that I actually like Photo Finish in many aspects. So what happens is after Photo Finish does the model shooting, the thing is that Rarity tries to give Fluttershy some poses to do, but Photo Finish doesn't like them. But then when Fluttershy does something else, something that she's accustomed to, she likes them. Basically, Photo Finish is falling for Fluttershy's shyness factor. Which I don't understand how that would work in fashion. But then again, I don't understand fashion, so leave me alone. So the next day, Photo Finish is setting up for another shoot, and she doesn't like what Fluttershy is wearing. She wants her to wear something based on nature. Rarity gets ready to get to work on this, and unfortunately, Photo Finish says that she doesn't need her, that she'll be doing it on her own. She only wanted Fluttershy. So, of course, Fluttershy is recruited by Photo Finish and actually begins getting a fashion career, actually becoming bigger and bigger. So, what happens during this whole situation is that during this whole situation of Fluttershy becoming bigger and bigger, Rarity is beginning to get jealous, especially during some of the situations. I mean, think about it. Rarity got Fluttershy to help her promote her business, and instead, now Fluttershy is the one who's getting all the fame and fortune and attention. So now she feels very jealous in many cases. She explains this to Twilight and begs Twilight to not freaking tell Fluttershy. Now before this, at one point Spike tells Twilight and Pinkie Pie as a secret he has a crush on Rarity, and that's when we get this crazy promise that Pinkie Pie does, which I could do it perfectly. Cross my heart and hope to fly, stick a cupcake in my eye. I love that promise. I even use it in real life, though a lot of my friends and family look at me weird when I do it. Sue me. So basically, Twilight promises to never. Well, the thing is that Pinkie Pie also says that you promised Spike not to tell Rarity about his secret, and breaking a friend's promise is the fastest way to lose a friend forever. And of course, we get the forever kind of thing. And so then we move. All right, let's get back to this part. So Twilight, promises not to tell Fluttershy and says it's the quickest way to lose a friend. And then Pinkie Pie appears out of nowhere again, going forever. And then Rarity leaves at one point, and then Fluttershy comes in, and she feels very upset. As a matter of fact, Fluttershy doesn't want to be a model. She hates being a model, but she doesn't want to stop because she feels like she'll ruin Rarity's dream in some cases. So basically, here's the idea, guys. Rarity doesn't want to tell Fluttershy her true feelings, and Fluttershy doesn't want to tell Rarity her true feelings. So basically, we're in a conflict where Twilight has the answer and can end this situation altogether, but can't due to Pinkie Pie with her pinky promise. And hell, Fluttershy ends up making Twilight promise, Pinkie Pie promise not to tell anyone. And of course, now Twilight is in a very state of limbo because of this. Because now she can't tell Fluttershy, she can't tell Rarity. All she could do is just hint them in the right direction. So what happens now is that Twilight has the idea of sabotaging Fluttershy's fashion shoot. So this way she doesn't have to tell Rarity, and she doesn't have to freaking, tell Fluttershy. Kind of a neutral way. I can see where this is coming from. So she tells Pinkie Pie not to tell anyone, and then Pinkie Pie does this weird thing. I don't know if I remember it, but I think it goes like this. I think it goes, I think it goes like this, like, which she explained was, that's why I zipped in my mouth, locked the key, dug a hole, buried the key, covered the hole, built the house on top of the hole, moved the house on top of the hole, and then moved into the house. What? It's Pinkie Pie, don't question it. So, Twilight begins sabotaging Fluttershy's fashion shoot, and of course the crowd begins to turn against her, and Rarity, being there to see what's going on, actually saves Fluttershy. She begins, clapping for Fluttershy, and so the rest begin to follow suit because of how well Rarity looked. And god freaking damn it, I forgot I had Skype on. No. Sorry about that, guys. Well, anyways, Fluttershy is upset now because now they're even more interested in Fluttershy than ever. So Twilight tries to tell Fluttershy, but of course she made a promise and can't. Now Rarity comes in trying to figure out the situation, and Fluttershy begins lying to her, and so Twilight is trying to tell Rarity but can't because she made a promise, and it's just a back and forth tennis match before finally Fluttershy and Rarity explain their situation to each other and explain their true feelings. Now, the problem that I have here is that Twilight could end this right here, right now, but of course she can't because she made a promise. But the thing is, some promises are meant to be broken at times, especially if you can avoid a situation like this. Luckily, Fluttershy and Rarity were able to fix their situation on their own, and Twilight accidentally blabs out Spike's secret about Spike having a crush on Rarity. So, of course, Twilight apologizes to Spike for that, and that's pretty much green isn't your color. Very hard to talk about, because the thing is, there's not a lot going on in this episode, but there isn't a lot of bad things going on in this episode. I don't think this episode is bad, but I don't think this episode is good either. I mean, if you like certain aspects of this episode, okay, but for me, I just found this episode to be eh. That's being honest. I just found this episode to be at times. I didn't get attracted to the episode very much, and I didn't really get turned off by the episode either. So honestly, not much I can say about this episode. Just, eh. Alright guys, so until next time, I'm Keen947, aka Wolfkeen, and this has been another My Little Pony vlog. So until next time, take care.